two things I wish to say to Your Honor. We administer justice in fairness, equity, and when we come to court, we must come to court with harms. What is happening to the senator is despicable, deplorable, reflects a banana republic factory at its worst. Your Honor, Mr. Ndegwa, my friend Mr. Ndegwa and myself spent about 4 hours at the office of the OCPC in Nairobi. One, we just wanted to see Senator Omtata as his counsel who was denied the opportunity, although he was at the police. Secondly, Your Honor, the senator is a sick man, and his brother had the medicine. I saw the medicine with my own eyes. We wanted to make sure that he continued to be alive and in good health. We pleaded with the police, senior police officer was in many hours. I had even the opportunity to address our learned media on what is going on. He was denied medicine and facility. Your Honor, the senior police officer must have been acting on instructions from legal advisors. He must have been acting on advice from the senior police officer. Your Honor, for them now to come with this document, which I've just seen here, and ask for such an order, I'm asking you very respectfully, rise to the occasion and say to them, no, that will not be the position in Kenya, where you are deny a client an advocate his right to your counsel under the Constitution. Where you deny a client or a suspect medicine as required by the Constitution. There are very clear provisions in the Constitution. One of them, if I may borrow the word, says that a person shall not be denied medicine or treatment at all. He was. Your Honor, we have had enough of this, of what is going on in the country. No wonder that the Kenyans are now filing a petition at the head of the position that the country finds itself. Rise to the occasion and show the people outside that there is still rule of law in the country. That we are not yet a banana republic. That's for your Honor. Reject what the DPP has said. It's a disaster. That's not what we fought for. That's not what the founding fathers fought for. It's disgraceful, and to embarrass us people like ourselves have had to run so many within a short time to be here. I'm doing so at my age of 88 to ensure that we have a rule of law in the country. Thank you.
Well, maybe senior counsel from someone for the respondents, and then we get some issues from the DPP says there's not issue.
I will start from that statement and clarify that I have something of importance to us. Let's not cancel sleep for me. Your Honor, an allegation was made here by Council, but I did admit that the persons before court should be allowed bail. That is not the position. Let me put it, and I repeat myself and reiterate so that counsel can have it properly. I said in the unlikely event that this court will not grant us the prayers sought in this application. That's stringent measure taken. And in plain English, by bad luck, this court finds a means.
You oppose Your Honor, because it implies that the Honorable Court in the discretion is a bad
No, I was just translating in plain English. Further to that, there was another issue that probably could address, the issue with regards to mobile phones. Your Honor, the procedure for accepting an application must be brought before court. The same has been made known to this court that there is need for the same information to be extracted, and that is the direction of this court. We have not yet extracted because even the timelines do not allow us to subject the same forensic examination. Your Honor, the main issue in regards to why the officer is seeking custodial orders for the state suspect is that the method investigation completed due to the short nature and the provisions of our constitution that the arrested persons must be released for 24 hours. Some aspects of the investigations can proceed while the persons in court are out on bond, but some cannot take place when they are outside. Your Honor, we request this court to grant us the order. As we, from the application, it's clear.
Your Honor, counsel is supposed to respond on pure points of law, not facts. So you need to limit yourself to the law.
I'm just reiterating.
But you cannot
I'm
reiterate facts.
responding to an issue that was brought up.
No, but you have to limit yourself to the issues of law. That's the response.
Yes, that's all. And let me proceed. Otherwise, we will taking up and we are actually consuming a lot of process. Your Honor, what is before me is an application seeking precisely what is provided for under the law. Section 26 says, I quote it, Your Honor, where there are compelling reasons for believing the suspects shall not appear for trial or may appear with witnesses. Your Honor, the same is recreated in the application. We have shown that there is continuous excitement of the member of the public. Section, the same section also provides that unconditional release cannot be, suspects can also be detained longer to allow the IO or the officers to conduct investigation. Your Honor, finally,
We just find that the approach taken is a bit malicious because he's not citing the law in totality. He's reading apart. Anyway,
okay, section 36A. For
I am at that particular section.
Subsection.
Perhaps more importantly, Your Honor, with your permission, if I can raise my name, the issue I have with the response is that the counsel is misleading the court. When he says that there are issues of interference in the affidavit, that has not been declared in that affidavit. That is not in the affidavit. There is no possibility of interference when that has not been deponed by the officer doing the investigation. So on that point alone, then it cannot be said, it cannot be misleading the parent.
And that is the risk of when council goes on a fishing expedition and fails to confine himself to a response on points of law. Council address points of law.
So, Your Honor, what I was indicating to the court, probably my language might not be palatable to practice. Maybe let me take out the
But that's a point of fact. How shall we respond, counsel? We are not on our feet.
Yes.
But you cannot raise new issues.
So as I was informing this court, where there is a likelihood to commit an offense or continuance of the offense, and the same is indicated in the application by the officer. And if I would be precise, I think counsel has taken that is in paragraph of the affidavit, paragraph 7. That is, the respondents may continue to disrupt peace and tranquility. Your Honor, let me take you. You told me to read it, and I've read it.
You know, the risk that the council is inviting us to is when you allow him to regurgitate the facts. If he does not have anything to say, you see, we'll just take this.
So, Your Honor, that was absolutely but the detention of the said person before court. There is a likelihood of continuous committing of the offense, and the same we urge the court to allow this application in its totality, seeking for the 14 days. I think I've responded to all those issues that have been there. The final issue that has been brought on issues of the breach of certain violations of the Constitution. There's a proper forum for the same constitutional court where they say the applicants, whether they were denied the country, presentation and all, can be dealt with and canvassed properly. That will be.
Your Honor, there is an issue he has brought up, just one issue, saying that this court can grant the order for the phones, for information to be extracted by the phones. This court cannot. And I urge you to look at the notice of motion. It has only one prayer: to detain them. They have assumed they have the right to rummage through the property of the gentleman on the dock. So that is not a prayer you can grant. It's not asked for.
One word, Your Honor. The senator free, and you can give them into Thank you very much. Set them free. Yeah, we are dealing with a country that has no respect at all, no respect for the Constitution. And the prosecutor does not approve the votes we have taken.
I need to happy new year. I just noted that the gentleman with the torn shirt was actually abducted this year. I don't know whether anyone can remember. He was abducted for about 5 days. I got very mindful. This may be just another way to abduct him.
In fact, Your Honor, the senator was abducted, but now it has been turned into a legal thing. But at the beginning, he was actually abducted. They were all abducted.